came to the Netherlands in 2014, July. I've studied English literature in Damascus University Faculty of Art, and here I'm studying now in the Hogeschool Utrecht, teacher education in English. I've taught in Syria and in Jordan and also in Saudi Arabia. The first step was the language. I have to learn Dutch. I didn't have a problem in communicating with people because most of the people speak English, but I had to learn the Dutch because I have to find my way. I had already my idea about finding a work, going through my own career, which is teaching. So I've asked many people, my neighbors, my friends, and some people from the municipality and Vlotteningberg. They gave me, advice, and they said, okay, you have to get the B2 level in order to be able to go to the university. And they said you have to evaluate your certificate first. I did it via the NOFEC. NOFEC is actually an organization that evaluates the certificates. And everybody who came from the war, they have to evaluate their certificates in order to see where they are. So they help students to evaluate their papers, their everything that is related to their documents. My certificate was equivalent. Here, like 2 years out of 3. So I started searching for, universities, HBOs, or, some places to start my education in the Netherlands. Finally, with an advice from my reintegration consultant and the municipality, we knew that there is a sort of program in the Hogeschool Utrecht, which is teacher education in English. It was all in English, so I thought, this is it. This is the education that I want to study. The assessment was conducted in an encouraging and respectful environment. She tries, to take my situation into consideration. She formed an idea about everything about me. We talked a lot about my experience. We talked about a lot about my diploma. We talked about several things that led to formulating a clear perspective. I think it was more informal, not formal. The outcome was a personalized program for me, actually. I've got some exemptions, the subjects that are related to my former education, the things that are related to literature and things like that. I've got some exemptions, but not a lot. One of the things is that my work experience was not added here because it's not a European experience, or actually it's not an experience in the Netherlands. I've already had these things. I've already had these qualifications, so I have to repeat it because I don't have a proof that I mastered these qualifications, So I don't have a problem because it's fine. It's like a practice for me. But I think it would be really, really helpful if I can skip, or that if there is another program which is intensive program for students like me or for teachers with experience. it would be really helpful if there is a sort of another program that can show your skills, like a sort of test, or like a sort of equivalation or evaluation, a sort of evaluation that can really show your qualifications. But I think this is something. It will take a lot of time to start to begin, doing this project. I don't know if they can accept it or not, but it would be really helpful, because it will shorten the time. It will just focus on the things that you miss, not the things that you already know. As soon as possible, I'm going to, apply for schools all over the Netherlands. So I think I will have a good opportunity, because if they can see your qualification, because during your internship you are, imposing your qualification. You are giving them, letting them formulating a perspective about your strong points, your qualifications, your experience actually. My goal is to help the newcomers, the new refugees, to find their way easily. They don't have to go through all the procedures and all the difficulties that I faced. So I'm trying to help them to just take the first step, to be initiative. I'm trying to help them, finding their path. Many people don't have any idea about the system here, the educational system, or the how can I work, how can I study, what should I do. I'm trying to pass my experience to those new people. The most important thing is orientation programs. There should be an orientation programs to those people, to the new people, to the refugees actually. They have to have full information about education. So I think if there is a sort of a cooperative work between the university and the municipality, targeting these people, it would be really, really great.